Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I tweeted and asked if you guys wanted to see a Kardashian Jenner Instagram type makeup look, because I was feeling super inspired after seeing the pictures that Makeup by Ariel posted of Kendall Jenner at Cannes. She looked flawless and phenomenal, and I always see those kind of pictures floating around and I die to know what kind of makeup it is that they've used or how to get that kind of look. Some of my favorites are, like I said, Makeup by Ariel, Makeup by Samuel, he's another one, and also Styled by Rouge. Those three are like my favorites. I'm obsessed with their makeup feeds. So if you're interested in that kind of makeup look, this video is kind of my interpretation of that makeup. It's not necessarily exactly what they use, although some products are based on kind of tutorials that I've seen and when they list their products. It is a lot of makeup, mainly skin, because I think they mainly focus on skin, and super easy minimal eyes. So it's minimal eyes but a lot of skin, a mix of high-end and drugstore, because I think that's how you get the best of both and the best look that you can. So obviously switch out products that you don't have with ones that you do that will work the same. These are just what I have. These are just what I'm using. If you don't like a lot of makeup, you probably won't like this video. But yeah, so if you like the look of this makeup look, then please keep watching. Okay, so starting off completely bare-faced, I'm just gonna get my hair out of my face. Now onto skin. This is where I think these kind of Kardashian Jenner makeup artists that you see all over Instagram, a lot of their pictures, it's their skin that really captures my attention. It is so full coverage, so flawless, and I feel like they go quite, like I said earlier, minute on the eyes and a lot of products on the skin. So expect a lot of products to be going on the skin today. And also I feel like a lot of skin products are more high-end, just because you can get amazing products from like your local drugstore and stuff, but a lot of, I think, those makeup artists invest their money in the skincare and foundation and stuff. So I have tried to mix up using some drugstore, some high-end. It's just kind of my interpretation and what I think is going to look the best. So to start off with, I'm going to be applying my MAC Strobe Cream all over my skin as a moisturizer and base. Next up, I'm going to be literally drowning my skin in MAC Fix Plus, and then I'm going to be applying my foundation straight away afterwards while my skin is still slightly damp. The foundation I'm going to be using is a mix between the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 6 and the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 220. I've been holding back on using this foundation so much in tutorials because it was only available in the US, but I think either now or very, very soon, like next week or the beginning of June or something like that, it's coming to the UK, so hold tight. And to apply my foundation, I'm going to be using the Sigma Duo Fiber F15 brush. I am going to be applying quite a lot of foundation, but I am going to be going over with a damp beauty blender afterwards, which will absorb kind of excess product and really push it into the skin. So technically it's a lot less than it actually is. And you also don't have to mix two foundations if you don't want to. If you've got one that gives you like, one that you're comfortable with and happy with, that gives you like a really flawless finish, by all means just use that. I just like to mix two because I love the colour and the finish of the Giorgio Armani foundation, but I also really like the coverage of the Maybelline foundation, and it kind of adds a bit more of a yellow tone to the Giorgio Armani one, because the Giorgio Armani one is quite green. Once that is all over the skin, I'm going to take my Fix Plus again, spray my face with it, and then go in with a damp beauty blender and just press, just kind of press the Fix Plus into the skin. Now for concealer, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, kind of as my under base for my concealer. So this is just going to help get rid of any dark circles underneath the eye. And then on top, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Light Warm, because this one is a good few shades lighter than my natural skin tone. So this is going to really help brighten up under the eye. Recently, I've been loving the Morphe G4 brush to press this into my skin and buff it in, and then once again I go in with my beauty blender and just make sure that it is really pressed into my skin. I'm just going over my eye as well because that will help to prime them. Normally, if you watch my tutorials, I always do my eyes first, but I've noticed with these makeup artists, they're so natural with their eye makeup, and they kind of they always do the skin first, because the makeup that they do doesn't need to be so precise or cleaned up or anything, so they don't have to worry about fallout. Like that, and then like I said, just using my beauty blender and just pressing that really into the skin. Especially around the nose area, where sometimes if you're wearing a lot of makeup it can clog and separate. Now, before we set anything with powder, you want to get all the cream products out the way. And from watching the on Kylie's app, like the makeup tutorials they do on there, and just from Instagram and seeing the products that they do use cream products when it comes to contouring and bronzing. So I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Almond to draw on my kind of contour lines, and then use a bit of the Chanel Soleil de Tan to buff that out. The Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer Primer is like such a good dupe for this. I just am using this because I have it. But yeah. And kind of draw lines where you would normally contour. And then taking the same brush that we used for the foundation, just swirling that into the Chanel product, then using that to buff it in. You want to buff in an upwards motion. You don't want to drag the contour down, because that's going to make your face look really sunken, and you want it to be lifted like a Kardashian surgery cheekbone. Say hey. Once that is all blended in, we are going to set our under eye and underneath that contour to really brighten and sharpen it up. And to use that, I'm going to use my trusty Laura Mercier setting powder. This is honestly the best stuff for the job. And I'm going to take the damp beauty blender that we used earlier and just press that underneath the eye. Just next to my nose. Essentially just in all the places that you want to enhance and brighten up. Like so. While that is cooking or baking, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in Soft Brown, and I will be right back. I think with a pencil you can just achieve a lot more of a natural, softer brow, which tends to be the style that all those makeup artists prefer. Plus all the Kardashians and Jenners have naturally full brows anyway. Now to wipe away the loose powder, a technique that I learned from my friend is to take actually like a banana powder or a brightening powder and just take a little bit on your brush and use that to wipe away the powder, and it almost gives a more of a brightening effect. Then I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Sculpt and just take this contour colour here. And just on a really precise fluffy brush, this is a Zoeva Luxe Powder Fusion brush, just take that on the end and just really define the contour. I'm also going to take this tiniest bit down my nose. Next up, I'm going to take a blusher. This is a NYX ombre brush in the colour Soft Flush. And it's a really kind of nice corally colour. I'm just going to grab a blusher brush. Then for that kind of Kardashian glow, I'm going to take Global Glow Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC on a 135 brush, also from MAC, and just literally apply this as a bronzer highlighter and just dust it everywhere. It gives such a subtle bronze glow to the skin. So that is most of the skin complete. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. So this is the kind of eye look I came up with. Obviously I've not applied lashes yet, which is a massive part, so that will be coming next. But they always go very soft with their eye makeup. I think, like I said, the main focus is always the skin. And so I've just done something really soft and really neutral, so I'm going to show you how to do it on this eye. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette for this and using all shadows from here. So to start off with, I'm taking this warm brown colour on a fluffy crease brush and just buffing that into my socket. And because we applied that concealer to the eye earlier, it's kind of already primed our eye for us. So like I said, I'm just buffing that into the socket, but I'm kind of making sure to take it out slightly to create a kind of soft, blown out effect. Like so. Then on a still on a fluffy brush, but something slightly more tapered, I'm going to take that same colour again, but mix it with this darker brown colour here to add a bit more depth and definition. I'm kind of concentrating this on the kind of outer part of my eye. Like so, and then going back in with the original brush and just softening out those edges. For the lid colour, I'm going to mix these two shimmery shades here, because they've always got something kind of light and golden-y champagne-y on their lid. Like that, and then going back in with that brush and just blending and diffusing it all together. Then on a pencil brush, I'm going to take this colour and just use that to highlight my inner corner. Now I'm taking a brown eye pencil. This is Espresso from Makeup Geek. You can use whatever one you want. I am just going to run this along my top lash line and down towards my outer corner, and then also tight line with it. And you can be quite messy with this because we are going to blend it out. Like that. And taking this really precise pencil brush, this is from Zoeva, mixing the two kind of crease colours that we used earlier and using that to really soften and blend out that line. Like that. Then taking an angled brush and mixing this dark brown colour here with this one here, I'm going to create a really soft wing. Just using kind of that motion. So I'm really quickly going to tight line with that brown pencil as well. For the lower lash line, I'm going to mix those two dark brown colours again on that same angled brush and just really press up into my lashes. Like that. On a pencil brush, just mixing this colour here with the original warm brown colour and just buffing out that line so it's all really soft and smoky. Like so. And then I think with this look you could either go for that dark brown liner in the waterline, but I like the look of the kind of makeup that they do when they use more of a white or a nude. So this is the Sleek pencil in White Noise, and I'm just going to run that in my lower lash line. So that just kind of opens up your eye a bit more and gives you more of that kind of doe eye effect. Then I'm going to apply mascara. Now, if you don't like wearing false lashes, but you want to still get that Kardashian effect, their lashes is kind of almost an iconic factor that they all have. They've all got these massively long lashes, so you want to use one that's going to give you loads of volume. I'm still going to use a mascara that's going to give me loads of volume anyway, even though I am going to apply falsies. And this is the Maybelline oh my god, the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and this one's got like the oil blend in it, so it really conditions your lashes and gives you a really moussey, thick, volumed lash. So if you don't like false lashes, obviously you can just leave it there, but I'm going to apply these lashes that are like my go-to whenever I wear them. You guys always ask me what they are, and they are Ardell 113s, but as you can see, they're like individual lashes kind of stuck towards the end to make them super wispy and kind of super Kardashian-esque. So I'm going to go ahead and apply them, and then we can move on to lips. The glue is still just drying slightly, but I am obsessed with just how wispy and full these lashes are, so I'm just going to let the glue dry. But as that's drying, I'm going to go onto the lips. Now the lips are super minimal as well. I'm just going to be taking a lip liner. This is the Too Faced Perfect Nude Lip Liner, and I'm going to put that all over my lips, so line with it and then fill it in as well. If you like a matte lip, you could just leave it as that. But I am a fan of a glossy lip, so I'm going to go ahead and apply a bit of NARS Gold Digger Lip Gloss on the top, and then that is the finished look. So that is the finished makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, learned some kind of new maybe tips and tricks if you're trying to achieve that Instagram look that we've been seeing all the time on like the celebrity makeup artist pages. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!